It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
We're talking Pixar tonight, thanks to a message I was sent, a link I was sent. Very much appreciated. We've got to talk Pixar tonight. We are going to talk some basketball tonight, briefly. We're going to talk about something that I'm going to hold in my hand here in 1 second and show those who watch on YouTube or on Spotify video, and I think a little bit more. Thanks for checking out the Sean Widmer Podcast. We've got huge news coming. I've got huge personal news coming, and I'm very excited to share it, and I'm hoping that it's exciting, fun news that people are excited about. But today's not the day to share it. It's going to be in the next week. And it's going to be, I think it's cool, crazy, unexpected news. Like I said, I'm excited for it. So I hope if you are a fan of the podcast that you will be excited about it as well, especially if you are someone from my old stomping grounds in Spokane, Washington. Okay. Things I need to talk about real quick in the sports world. Blazers just beat the Spurs, tied their series up 1-1. Yes. I know Wemby's out. If you want to see a terrible thing that happens when you're 7'4", Victor Wembanyama, go look at the highlight tonight, low light. He tripped, driving to the basket, fell, and hit his head on the ground and got a concussion. And it's 7'4". Anytime you see someone who is over 7 foot fall, it feels like it's going to end poorly. There is so much time and so much ground that is covered when someone who is 7'4" falls to the ground. It's scary. It's scary. So I hope Victor Wembanyama is better because I think he's awesome for the NBA. It was nice to get a win, though, in that series and extend the series one more game so I can watch another Blazers game this season. Series is 1-1. The Blazers tried to lose it. Even without Victor Wembanyama on the court for the Spurs, the Blazers were like, yeah, but we could be on vacation by Monday if we just freaking lose all these games. And then the Spurs were like, but we're going to make you stay a little bit longer and toy with you like a cat toys with some like a mouse and just make you stick around, make you postpone vacation. Anyways. Okay, so NBA, there you go. Other big news in sports, it looks like the Super Bowl is coming to Nashville in 2030. That is 4 years from now, so it's a ways off. But it looks like the Super Bowl is coming to Nashville. This will be the closest I've ever lived to a Super Bowl. Because before that, the closest was any of the Super Bowls that were held in California. That was the closest I'd been. Now, I've been to the Super Bowl. We drove down to Arizona when the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl to the New England Patriots, not the one that they beat the Patriots in, but the one they lost to the Patriots in. And that atmosphere is electric. It's one of the coolest sporting atmospheres I've ever been to in my life. And just hearing the announcement that the Super Bowl is going to be in Nashville, which is about 3 hours away from my front door, a little under 3 hours. It might even be I think it might even be like it's got to be 3 hours. Let's see. My house, directions. What if I just, can you just Google directions to Nashville? Let's see. My location to 3 hours and 21 minutes. So under 3.5 hours to get there. It's going to be hard not to want to go to Nashville, regardless of going to the Super Bowl. I don't need, but just going to be around the Super Bowl, I'm all in on. And that's pretty exciting news. Pretty exciting news. Something cool happening. So there you go. We're going to be heavy country music stuff. So start putting in your bids now, your guesses now as to who is going to be halftime entertainment in 2030. So you have to think out 4 years from now. You know, is Morgan Wallen still going to be red hot? Is he your automatic to halftime? Is Chris Stapleton fun enough? And will he still be popular and relevant enough in 4 years? Or are we going to get someone we've never even heard of as of right now doing that? Someone like Megan Maroney, who's an unbelievable entertainer. Does she swing in there? I don't know. It's going to be great. And Nashville's such a cool city. Nashville's so cool. What an awesome place to go for a Super Bowl and experience the city that is Nashville. Okay. there's some exciting stuff. One last sports thing, but it has to do with personal. I'm holding it up on YouTube, Spotify. You can see it right here. That's a championship. Sorry, a trophy. That's a trophy, and it's got my name on it. Yeah, it's got my name on it. I'll read it to those of you who can't see it. To those who can't see it, it's a trophy that has it's a trophy where the top part is a trophy with the basketball net going into the big cup on the trophy, and then a basketball going through the net. And on the bottom, it has engraved on it, Sean Widmer, AI Bracket Champion, Challenge Champion, AI Bracket Challenge Champion, I can read. And that is mine because I won my buddy's bracket challenge this year. Really the only one that matters, and it's better than any of them that you do. I'm not bitter that I lost my family bracket challenge to my wife by 1 point. Not bitter about that at all. This is where it's at. This is the way to do the brackets. My brother, Kenny, Ryan, Scott, and me have been doing this now for 4 or 5 years. We take every single team in the NCAA tournament, put it into ChatGPT or whatever AI Travis used this year. I don't know if it was Gemini or what it was. Put every team in there. Tell AI to give. I just moved the camera. Sorry. Spread the teams out evenly amongst the 5 of us who are in the bracket challenge, and then you get assigned randomly a bunch of teams. And every round your team advances, you get points. You get 1 point if they had advanced one round, 2 points, 4 points. Oh, no, that is a lie. That is the multiplier. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 is the multiplier. What's it a multiplier of? If your team that wins is the higher seed, you get 1 times the multiplier. So if you have the one seed playing the 16 seed, your 1 seed wins. You get in the first round, you get 1 because yours is the higher seed. 1 time the better seed. 1 times the multiplier, 1 point. Excuse me. This is where it gets really tricky. If you have the lower seed, so let's say it is a 16 seed and they beat a 1 seed, you subtract. There's a lot of math. You subtract the difference in seeding. So 16 seed minus 1 is 15. You divide that in 2 and multiply it times the multiplier. I think it's rounded down. So it's 16 minus 15, half of that, 7. Take away, round down, 7 times 1 is 7. You would get 7 points for that upset. Now, if the 16 seed kept going, you see the multiplier gets bigger. And it's the only way to do a bracket challenge. That math is terribly hard, but it's easy once it's in a spreadsheet. And you win awesome trophies like this because AI and I drafted really good teams for our bracket challenge. I love it. It's one of my favorite things each year. So take that, Ryan, Kenny, Travis, and Scotty Boy. Trophy is mine this year. I'm going to go back-to-back next year. Big strategy. I've got a lot. I'm going to log a lot of hours with AI this year, grooming it towards what teams I like and seeing if I can't hack the system a little bit next year. We're going to get right into Kelly's What Are You Into today because I got a list and I need to address it, you Pixar fans.
Kelly's What Are You Into?
So I got I guess it wasn't a list, it was an article from How to Geek, and I got this from my buddy Brian back in Spokane, and this is somebody who knows that I like Pixar, or knows I like Disney, and was asking what I thought about this. It was in a group message and was asking what I can't copy paste anymore. I don't know what's going on. I've lost the ability to copy paste, and I put the link in the notes, and now I've got it. This is a link and the article's title. This is the title of the article. It says Pixar's best movie. I'm straight up. Pixar's best movie isn't one of the old classics. It's this blockbuster from 2017. Okay, so I clicked the article, got a virus. It killed my computer. No, I clicked the article and read it and thought, okay, I need to do some research because Alexandra Ramos says, again, the title, very top, Pixar's best movie isn't one of the old classics. Now, let me read to you how bad journalism and bad writing goes, Alexandra. I read the title there. Now let me read you the first 2 paragraphs, 3 sentences. When you think of the best Pixar movies, a few likely come to mind. Maybe the always popular Toy Story, series, or the emotional roller coaster of Up. But I'm here to tell you that one of Pixar's best movies isn't one from the earlier days. It's one of their movies from 2017, and it's available to watch with a Disney Plus subscription. And that is Coco, directed by Lee Unkrich. A lot of Unkrich. A lot of problems in this. Number one, she's already backpedaling. She's titled the article, Pixar's best movie isn't one of the old classics. And then she backpedals in sentence 2. But I'm here to tell you that one of Pixar's best movies, okay, well, that your title says Pixar's best. So I'm going with the title, your headline, Alexandra Ramos, Pixar's best movie. At the end of this write-up she has on Coco, it says, I want to make sure I read it correctly. There are so many great movies on Disney Plus that aren't Marvel, which is an unbelievable statement. Because when I think of Disney Plus, I don't even remember that Marvel movies are on there. When I think of Disney Plus, I think of Disney. Mickey Mouse, Mickeymouse. All right, and then I think of all the animated Disney movies, and then eventually I get to Marvel. But this is, there's so many great movies on Disney Plus that aren't Marvel. And Coco, to me, is a must for anyone who hasn't seen it. Okay, Alexandra, this is where I have to step in. And I have to do the world a favor. Because I don't like this whole Pixar's best movie isn't the one of the old classics. It's this blockbuster. And then I read the article, and it is just constantly saying that Coco is a good movie. Well, let me tell you, I happen to have the top 5 Pixar movie, a list of the top 5 Pixar movies of all time in order. Definitive list. 5 Pixar movies. I'm going to start at number 1. I'm going to go the opposite way I normally do things. Start at number 1 and go down. We're going to see if Coco actually is the number 1 movie made by Pixar. Because I've got the list. Number 1, the best Pixar movie, not one of the best Pixar movie of all time, is Toy Story. It's the best. The cast is unbelievable. The story's great. The concept is unbelievably wonderful, novel concept. It's the very first Pixar movie from 1995. Their first foray into this unbelievable run of movies that Pixar has made. And that is Toy Story. A great movie. And the storyline in Toy Story 1 is the best storyline of all 4 of the Toy Stories. You got all the toys. We've got a birthday party. Here comes everyone's favorite Space Ranger, Buzz Lightyear. He and Woody do not get along. Just pack filled with great lines. The Claw, you have been chosen. You've got creepy Sid. You've got Woody talking to Sid at the very end, freaking Sid out. It's just a great movie. Toy Story is the best, so that's the best Pixar movie. So already Alexandra wrong with hers, but is it even in the top 5? Number 2, Toy Story 3. Makes me cry. The end of Toy Story 3 makes me cry. Now, the Pixar movie that makes me cry the most is Up. Up is not a top 5 Pixar movie. It has the saddest movie scene ever when the old man opens up the book and his wife, his since passed wife, has filled out her book of adventures where she had all these plans to do crazy things, fills out her book of adventures. He's sad because she didn't get to fulfill all of them. And her perfect adventure was just living life with him. I'll cry right now. It's so sad. Unfortunately, the rest of Up is not great. It's a fine movie. It's not top 5. Toy Story 3, the end of Toy Story 3, Bonnie, when Andy gives Bonnie the toys and he gives her Woody, that sounded bad, but the toys, gives the toys away. It is a tearjerker of a scene because you've lived 3 full movies with the Toy Story toys. But the inside, like outside of that, Toy Story 3 is also great. The concept is wonderful. The toys getting sent off to daycare, getting absolutely destroyed by the little kids. Spanish Buzz Lightyear is hilarious. Lotso is a great bad guy in the movie. You have this scene that will also make you cry where all the toys are going to die in the garbage fire breathing machine and get saved by the aliens and the claw. Toy Story 3 is the second best Pixar movie of all time. Now, I was way late to the game on this next one. This movie was released in 2006, and the first time I saw it was 2023, and since then I've seen it 1 million times. And I will own up to the fact that I was wrong about it for a number of years when I talked bad about it. I'd never seen it. I was like, it's not for me. Cars rules. Cars rules. It's really good. I had to soften my heart to it. I had to admit that I was being stubborn. I had to admit that I was just kind of being a jerk. Cars is so good. The cast is great. The story is fun. The jokes are good. It's just good. It's just good, wholesome family movie. The ending is great. The kind of the hidden moral to the story of like, be good to people. And you've got Chick Hicks running the Dinoco King off the road, and lightning stops an inch short of the piston cup to back up and push the king through the finish line because he's not going to let him go out just wrecked in the infield. It's great. Cars is awesome. Third best Pixar movie of all time. This definitive list, the top 5 Pixar movies ever. Number 4, it surprised me, but Inside Out. Inside Out. From 20, when did Inside Out? 2015. It's been a while. 11 years old. Inside Out's great. Another great cast, another great group of characters. The jokes work. The story is fun. The story is good. I really liked it. I think it's one of those where you kind of feel it a little bit. And maybe I was affected a bit by being a parent when I really got into seeing this movie, watched it with my daughter. So I missed it when it first came out in 2015, watched it years later when my daughter was young. And it just hit different as a parent where you're like, oh yeah, these doggone kids are growing up and they got a lot of emotions and it's going to change how they are. And you got to be their parent. You got to be great. I just love it. I think Inside Out is so good. The music's fantastic. One of the things with Pixar movies is you're not getting the classic animated Disney movie, Encanto, Aladdin, Lion King style of soundtrack, where Frozen, where you're just getting hitters. The music in a lot of the Pixar movies is just background music, and the music for Inside Out is insane. It's really good. So it's number 4, best Pixar movie of all time. And number 5, what do you know? Hey, Alexandra, what do you know? It is Coco. Okay, so it is top 5. Good work. It's just not number 1. Coco's great. I love the story of Coco. I love the setting, the colors, how Coco looks. I also grew up in Venezuela, so I really, really love the music. I love the music. Coco is the movie that feels the most like a regular animated Disney movie because of the fact there's great music. What color is the sky? Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. You tell me that it's red. Ay, mi amor, ay, mi amor. You make me un poco loco. Right? It's great. That's a great soundtrack. A great movie. Coco, number 5, but not number 1. So there you go. That's way too long spent on the top 5, the actual top 5 Pixar movies of all time. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We are going to hit a couple comments up right now because I promised it on Monday, and I forgot about it until just now. So let me open them. We're going to Spotify for tonight's comments, where we find the following. Let me click it and see if it works, where we find the following. Computer, from our good friend Yvonne. She agrees with the self-check. She says, I agree with the self-check until the card reader doesn't want to work or not scan the barcode, which in turn makes us look ridiculous. Otherwise, yes, it needs to be for the elite. I don't want to, you can go back and listen to Monday, but I just am telling you, give us grocery stores, give us 4 of the self-check lanes that are blocked off for those of us who know what we're doing. Our good friend Spokane Ian says, most of those, this is that's a pizza one. I will save that one. They already used that for Checkers. When I read that the first time, I thought he meant the game. But he was talking about at the grocery store for Checkers. They already used that for Checkers. Just apply that to self-checkout and treat the reward as an employee ID. I don't understand this, Spokane Ian. They already used that for Checkers. Just apply that to self-checkout and treat reward ID as an employee ID. I don't know what that means, but explain it to me. The problem is at first, it rattled me because when he said they already used that for Checkers, I forgot what we were talking about, and I thought it was a game. I was like, what about Checkers? I haven't played Checkers in a minute. I'm excited for my daughter to learn Checkers. I love Checkers. Playing chess, not checkers. Okay, thanks for checking out the podcast. Thanks for checkering out the podcast. I very much appreciate it. Let me know. Go to the comments on YouTube, Spotify, Sean'sLife.com. Let me know what is because I read you the definitive list of top 5 Pixar movies. What's your favorite Pixar movie? And we'll see if your favorite Pixar movie is the same as the actual number 1 Pixar movie of all time, which is Toy Story. We need to just get over being cute. I don't know when that started, and maybe it's been forever, but the whole concept of people just being cute and not being able to just be okay with there being a majority on something. And what restaurant do you like? And someone has to say a restaurant that nobody at the table's ever heard of. You're like, what's your favorite fast food restaurant? And so many people are like, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, Wendy's. And then one person says the craziest fast food chain that's in one city somewhere, and it's trash. And they're like, no, that's what it is, man. It's Rallies. It's Rallies. I'm like, you've never eaten at Rallies. Yeah, but that's the number 1. And they just want to say cute little things to be contrarian. Come on, get over it. For this list, get over it. Let's just be real with ourselves in Toy Story. Roberta said this on YouTube. I feel like I always forget my dear friend Roberta's messages. She said this on the top 5 pizza list episode. Darn, hate when I forget to pause before the end of the pod. Lost my whole comment. Yes, if you start a comment and the YouTube video ends, you lose it. Sounds like you will be tired either way. Hopeful for your Blazers. They lost that night, but they won tonight. Roberta went on to say, we watched lots of Artemis coverage along the way. I was so mad at myself. I meant to set an alarm to watch Liftoff and forgot. Turned it on about 30 minutes in. One show we watched was having daily feeds with the astronauts for a couple days. Did you see the video of the astronaut being greeted by her dog? That was one happy doggy. I did not see that yet, Roberta. I need to go look. I'm so glad Olivia saw some of the coverage and is fascinated. My friend works at NASA she's there because she watched Star Trek Voyager as a kid. It changed her life, and she is working her dream job, even if it's in Texas. Okay. It goes on to say she also won season 2 of King of the Nerds. If you watched that, I did not, but that's cool. We need the next generation of space-obsessed children to be there to complete the Mars mission. The Kayla is starting. We, too, watch hours of splashdown footage racing home to be here in time to see it. Roberta, thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. And we are still in astronaut mode here. We love it. We love it. I did see the footage that one of the astronauts shot on his iPhone of the Earth disappearing behind the moon, and it's one of the more amazing videos. And if you are Apple, it's the only footage you are going to use in your commercials until we go to outer space again. There's no selling point better than this is video from one of our phones. It is of Earth disappearing behind the moon, and it looks beautiful. What more do you need from us to tell you we have a great product? What more can we do? This is the closest a camera has ever been to Uranus, and it's this beautiful. Goodbye.